Man wasn't meant to fly, and yet these guys hurl through the air effortlessly, carefully controlling their orientation. They make it look easy as they soar without a care in the world, with such determined movements to keep them in control. They start out like this, with such confidence, and end up like this, soaring among the birds. But if you do in fact lose control, it can spell disaster. And then there's me, like the others, soaring among the birds, but definitely not in control.
Morning everyone, I'm here in Waco, Texas. Now you might ask, what is in Waco, Texas? Well, one thing that comes to mind when I think of Waco, Texas is a cult. The US government and this cult did battle here in Waco, Texas. And it ended with the cult leaders setting the place on fire, the whole compound. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. What I'm here to talk about is what's cool to do in Waco, Texas. And one thing that's cool in Waco, Texas is a water park. Not like any other water park. This is kind of an extreme water park, for lack of a better word. You can do an assortment of things, such as wakeboarding, surfboarding, or my personal favorite is the Slip and Soar. It's this giant slide you can slide down and it shoots you up into the air, into the water. You know, it looks pretty easy, but trust me, it's not. I can attest to it. So that's what I'm here for, to check out the Slip and Soar and just have a good time. So let's go check that out.
BSR Cable Park, not exactly the run-of-the-mill water park that your parents went to when they were kids. For those that like extreme things, this place is awesome. If you're in the landlocked heartland of the good old USA, this is the spot for you, especially on those days when you want to hit the beach. Not only can you get your extreme sports on, but you can make it a day by bringing your family and having a barbecue. And for those who like to drink, yes, you can bring your own booze. BSR offers something for everyone, such as wakeboarding. They set up one hell of an obstacle course complete with plenty of jumps, if that's what you're into. For those of you who like to surf, they got you covered with their surf resort. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to be hurled into a pool of water. First things first, you gotta register at the office. Come early if you don't want to wait in a long line in one stuffy ass building. After you get your stamp, it's time to head to the slide. At first glance, the slide is pretty darn impressive. It sits in the backdrop of ground similar to that of a beach. On the weekend, there's usually a DJ. Life jackets are typically on the ground near the stairs for the slide, but I recommend you bring your own. Okay, now it's time to address the elephant in the room. As I'm sure you've noticed by now, something is a little off with the water here at BSR. I kind of liken it to that of toilet bowl water. Now, let's talk about the slide. You have to traverse the stairs 60 feet up where you will be faced with a choice. What slide to take? If it's your first time, I recommend you don't take the steepest slide, otherwise you may be in for a world of hurt. You've been warned. Remember, momentum equals velocity times mass. What does that mean? In layman's terms, it means the heavier you are, the faster you go. The faster you go, the higher you go. And if you don't enter the pool in a certain way, you're in store for a world of hurting. After an hour of watching everyone else, it was my turn. I suited up, donned my life vest, and headed up the stairs. Not fazed by the massiveness of the slide, I selected the second highest slide. My first jump did not go well. I just couldn't seem to get myself upright. As soon as I hit the water, I thought I broke my back. You don't need to see this.
Okay, I just took my first jump and it did not go well. Landed flat on my back. My neck's hurting. Got a headache. This isn't as easy as I thought it would be, but this used to be no problem for me back in the day, so I'm going to work this out. I'm going to take a few minutes. minutes, recoup, and then I'm back at it.
My next round went better. I came at it hard and started doing flips. I just had one little issue, sticking my landings. I kept over-rotating. I forgot how hard it was to stick a landing on a front flip because you really can't see the ground. I found myself guessing when I should open up for landing. I never quite worked that out. After several flips, I decided to take a rest and watch everyone else jump. I was sore and my head was pounding.
Okay, I've just been challenged. I already did a front tuck flip. I've been challenged to do a double front tuck flip. They don't think I can do it. Now back in the day, there was no problem.
All right, you ready?
35 years later, I don't know. I don't know what'll happen, but we're about to find out. Let's do this.
I headed up the stairs in eager anticipation of my attempt to do a double front flip. That's something I hadn't done in years, since I was a kid. For educational purposes, I slowed down the video in order for us to get some heavy analysis in. Now let's take a closer look. Looking good! As I said before, it's hard to stick a landing on a front flip because it's difficult to see the ground. This is where things started to go wrong. Okay, stop. Now, I ain't no freaking Olympic gymnast, but even I can see that this is not the position you want to be in. Things are about to get foobar. Google it. Now let's break this down. From this position, I have a good 180 degrees of rotation left, and I've already started to open up. Now what that means is, it is highly unlikely that I'm going to successfully complete this double front flip. Okay, let's see how this ends. Epic fail. Let's take one more look at this from a wider view, shall we? Prior to attempting this flip, I took a good 45 minutes working it out in my head when I should come out of my flip. Clearly, I did not work that out. Well, at least we gave it the old college try.
Alright, so I got challenged to a double front tuck flip. I wasn't successful. I ended up doing a 1 3/4, 1.5. It didn't end well. Well, I guess it could have ended worse. I could have broke my back. I'm still intact, but I didn't complete it. I'm not as spry as I once was 30 plus years ago, but I'm still pretty spry, and I'm pretty happy. So the next time you're in Waco and you like extreme sports, this is one place you gotta visit. You won't be disappointed. Good job. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention is I did not come away unscathed. I did have a casualty for my endeavor, so I wanted to show that to you. This is something you need to be taking consideration if you come here. Take a look at this. Skint knee. I skint my knee sliding down the board. So, there's far worse casualties than a skint knee. You know, if you come away with a burnt knee, consider yourself lucky, because you can come away hurt.